not believe that providing seeds for free or just having, let's say, providing food is the solution. The solution is to create the conditions to address the structural causes of a lot of the poverty and hunger, and for that we talk about investments. And for us, investing in rural people is what we do. Thank you.
Thank you, President Lario, for these words, for laying out your vision on how important innovation is at the heart of our work. And with that, dear Elizabeth Nsimadala, please, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me start by appreciating EAFF for giving us this opportunity as smallholder farmers to be on the same table to present the issues of smallholder farmers. And I would like to start on your end note point where you said that as EAFF, you invest in rural people. And I really want to acknowledge that by appreciating EAFF for the long-time support that we've received as smallholder farmers. For over 20 years, EAFF has been supporting us, and you've really transformed us to be who we are today. And that's why we are here to be celebrated and to engage with you in such a dialogue. My name is Elizabeth Nsimadala. I'm a smallholder farmer from Bushenyi district in southwestern Uganda. I grow coffee, which I sell through a cooperative, but I also grow bananas and I produce banana wine. Unfortunately, all the samples that I brought were sold during the exhibition that we had in the last days. But I want to take you to one village that I was in a few days ago called Nyachizinga. And I want to give you a picture of farmers there who have to pay between 10 to 20 euros to go to the market to access certified seed, to have access to certified fertilizer. And they are not even sure whether in this market the seeds they are accessing are really genuine seeds because of a lot of counterfeits on the market. They don't have access to extension services because the extension levels in our countries and most of African countries, the ratio is between 1 to 1,000 or over 1,500 households. They depend on nature to grow crops. Every day, every morning, they have to look up to the skies to see whether it is going to rain. They don't have storage facilities. They don't have an assurance of the market. That is a smallholder farmer that I represent under the Eastern Africa Farmers Federation. We have our membership right from the grassroots up to the national level with a footprint in 10 countries, and currently we have 24 national level members who represent over 25 million smallholder farmers. So this smallholder farmer is looking out for support, but we also have farmer-led initiatives like the e-granary model. You heard her mention that I'm one of the champions of that, which we believe are solutions to the problems that smallholder farmers are facing. So we don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are so many things that are also happening there that we can put to scale. But we lack capacity as smallholder farmers. But we believe we are the solutions. And this is why we believe in institutions like EAFF can play a role in terms of helping us to document such initiatives, such successes, because they are islands and need to be supported and put to scale. But like I mentioned, that every day this farmer has to look up to the skies to ask and pray to God whether it is going to rain. Climate change, when it rains and it's too much, then everything is washed away. When it doesn't rain, then this farmer cannot plant. So he or she faces the biggest brunt of climate change, either way, whether it rains or whether it is drought. So, and the worth of it, President mentioned about the support that is accessed by smallholder farmers, and he mentioned about the billions that live in rural areas. The most challenging thing is access to financing, which we believe is the lifeline of smallholder agriculture. And remember, we are talking about people who are producing more than 80% of the global food that we eat, people who are the game changers of the future of food, and people who are holding solutions. Because whatever we are talking about in these boardrooms, the implementation has to be on the grassroots. It's where the rubber meets the road on the soil. And who is to do this? It is with the smallholder farmers. So we believe we need to really support and provide access to financing to smallholder farmers, be it grants, be it loans, be it machinery, depending on whatever form of financial support that we are giving, we need to make it intentional to be accessed by the smallholder farmers. And we also need to make it sustainable. Most of the programs that we run with the development partners are usually 2 years, 3 years, maybe 4 years, maybe for some of them that are long term, about 4 years. But this cannot create the change, the impact that we would want to see. So we would also want to see longer term investments into the agriculture sector. As farmers' organizations, we've also struggled to build our capacity as institutions. We've invested in ourselves as leaders to represent the voices of the constituencies that we represent. We've invested in structures, in having professional secretariats. And we believe an institution like IFAD will not be there for long, maybe, or these projects that you are implementing will not last for long. We've just had a partnership of 20 years, and we are looking forward maybe to the next 20 years, but who knows what happens after the next 20 years. So we believe IFAD can also leverage on that professionalism that we are already building, which we've actually invested in because we are who we are because of such investment from IFAD, to make sure that you continue to build our capacity, to be able to manage resources, to be able to manage some of the projects that you are implementing, so that at the time of your exit, then you're assured of sustainability of some of these programs. Then lastly, is on again on capacity strengthening of our institutions to be able to provide sustainable support to our members. There are so many dialogues that are happening at global level, like climate change dialogues, food systems dialogues, and we need to have capacity to be able to meaningfully engage in some of those dialogues. There are a lot of initiatives that are happening, me coming from Africa, in Africa, like the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. But then how do we make sure that as farmers, we benefit from such initiatives? We engage in such initiatives. We give information. It requires some certain capacity, which we don't have. And we look at institutions like IFAD to be partners because we believe in mutually benefiting partnerships where you can benefit and we as farmer organizations can also benefit to build such kind of a capacity. Because as farmers we believe there's nothing for us without us. If you want to transform our food systems, we have to be on the table and we have to engage. I thank you.